Excuse me that I have to share with you the sad story of my life, but I would like to share it with everyone out there. I grew up from a poor family. My dad was the breadwinner of the home. He worked as hard as he could so that we can get something to eat. Someday, he went out to the war in South Sudan, where he never returned. We assume that he died from there because we've never seen him ever since he left. I stayed with my mom, who was a housewife. She stayed home. She never used to work. But after the death of my father, she had to find food for the home. She worked as hard as she could. She did every small job around the community. She washed clothes for the neighbors, cooked food for schools. She did every single job, dug for the neighbors so that they can give her food. But one day, as she was heading out to work, a group of men attacked her. They raped her, and ever since then, she was traumatized, depressed. She didn't want anything. So she was diagnosed with HIV/AIDS. Later on that, she was impregnated by those men. She was so depressed, she didn't even take her medicine to help her with the AIDS. Not even her antenatal care, she never used to go for it. However much my grandmother tried to convince her, but she just wanted to die and leave this world because she couldn't take what had happened to her. As time passed by, she gave birth to my brother, but he was in a poor condition because she never went for antenatal care. But we thank the Lord that he never contracted the AIDS. During birth, she was able to give birth to my brother, but she lost her life during that. It was a sad moment for everyone, especially my grandmother, because that's the only child that she had. And at her old age, she couldn't bear losing her child because she was all that she had. When she passed on, our grandmother tried her best to take care of us. She tried her best to find food for us, but she was too old. No one could even give her a job. So she tried her best to find food for me and my brother. Though sometimes we used to sleep hungry with no food. And one day, as she was moving around in the village, she found Banda during their reach out in the village. She decided to give me up to the Banda people so that I can have a better life, because she didn't want us to end up like how my mother did. She gave me up. It was hard for her, but she wanted us to have better than what we've had before. She gave me up, but unfortunately, my brother stayed with her, and she was so old. By the time Uncle Nyombi went back to find my brother, she had already passed on, and no one knew where my brother was at that time. I want to thank the Almighty for helping me and giving me a better life, for knowing this family that I have, and I bless him so much for this life, and that I am able to access basic needs, education. Thank you so much, Jesus. And I want to pray for my brother wherever he is, that the Lord may keep him safe. I don't know whether he's alive or dead, but if he is, I want to pray that the Lord keeps him safe, and I hope that he's living a better life. And I bless the Lord for my family at Banda. They've loved me unconditionally. May the Lord bless them, provide for them, so that they can have more and more of what their hearts desire. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I feel good sharing my story with everyone out there. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Bye bye.